tonight's homework. Anyways, this is the only problem you have to do. One problem. You make it no solution. And then, okay, in order for us to make no solution, so I'm going to write at the same time, how do you know it's going to be no solution? I need to know that the coefficient, how do you know there's no, the coefficient, okay, has to be the same. So let's look at our problem. So here we need to make this coefficient the same as this. So if I multiply that to that, I would get, in order to do that, whatever I put here has to be the same there. Okay, so if I put, say 5 right here, this has to be 5 also. So if I put 5 parentheses x minus whatever number has to equal to 5x minus 5. Now for it to be no solution though, these two can be different. Okay, so it doesn't matter, therefore, so the coefficient has to be the same. In this case, the coefficient of, which is 5, has to be the same. So if this is, so because, okay, but the constant, this number is called the constant right here, can be different. Okay? But the constant these are vocabularies words you need to use tomorrow. Can be different. So here is, okay, I can put anything here. Let's say 2. So when I distribute, you will notice that's 5x minus 10, okay, equals to 5x minus 5. If you noticed, the constants are different, but the coefficients are the same. The constant, but the constant has to be, and not can be, it has to be different. Okay? In this case, it is, in this case, the constant. In this case, let me go back to blue. In this case, the constant are -10 and -5. Making them have no solution. I should put here, in order for it to be no solution, in order to make it more correct, incomplete sentences. Okay, I don't have any room. I write too big. But you should put, in order for your problem to be no solution, the coefficient has to be the same. In this case, it's 5. Both of them are 5s. But the constant has to be different. this case, the constant is negative 5 and 10. How do you know if it's going to be infinite solution? Well, let's make it infinite solution. Oh, let's prove this further. Minus 5x minus 5x, you get negative 10 does not equal to negative 5. Okay? Makes the problem not a no solution because they're not going to equal. Okay, let's make this problem infinite solution. The coefficient need to be the same, just like the no solution. So let's make it 4. Uh-oh. The most important thing here also is, besides having the most important thing is having the constant to be the same. So in order for me to distribute and get the answer here to be a negative 5, the only number that can be here is 5. And the only way I can make it 5 after I distribute is make this a 1. I have no choice but to make it a 1. Because if I multiply it by any other number, it would be different than the 5. So the only choice I can make this outside number to be is a 1. Got no choice. Got x minus 5 equals to 1x, or just x minus 5. It's the only way to do it. Okay, so this way my coefficient, the number next to the variable, is the same. Okay, so that gives it, after I distribute, x minus 5 equals to x minus 5. Notice that the constant is the same and the coefficient of 1 is the same. So how do you know to have infinite many solution? Is in order for it to be infinitely many, for the solution to be infinite, that means never ending, infinitely infinite, the constant, C-O-N-S-T, has to be the same. In this case, the constant in this problem, has to be the same. Sorry. The constant has to be the same on both sides of the equation. And the constant in this case is negative 5 on both sides. What else needs to be the same? In addition, the coefficient, in this case the coefficient is 1, also has to be the same. Okay, so if you notice, you minus 1x minus 1x, you get a negative 5 equals to negative 5. Make it the above equation one solution and then solve. Okay, one solution for sure. How do you know it's going to be one solution? Oh, I missed that. One solution, all you need to make sure you do for one solution is the coefficient for an answer for an equation to have one solution. The coefficient has to be different on both sides. So let's make the coefficient different. Okay. That means we can make anything. It's easy. So you go, okay, for here, I can put 10 here, and I can put 3 here. They're different. As long as the coefficient, because this would multiply, so I get 10 parentheses x plus minus whatever equals to 3 x minus 5. Well, this can be what the other number can be whatever, so I'll just put a 1. So if you solve this, the main part is the coefficient. This is going to be a coefficient now. That's 10x minus 10 equals to 3x minus 5. Okay, you got that? Now they're different, so add 10. Oh, no, we get rid of the smallest variable first. Minus 3x makes life easier if you get rid of it. 7x minus 10 equals to negative 5. Add 10. You get 7x equals to 5. Divide by 7. Our answer is x equals to 5 over 7. That's one solution. So in this case, the coefficient of 10 and 3. Has to be different on both sides. Okay? That was your homework. Easy.